I don't think guys get obsessed with colors very much. Trent, what are you obsessed with?
It's not actually me. I had a brother. He was born a redhead and was totally obsessed with the color red.
Okay.
His whole wardrobe was red. His car, his motorcycle, if he was buying anything, it was red. Well, in 2012, he was diagnosed with lung cancer, and it was terminal.
Oh, I'm
he
sorry.
decided to make his own. That's all right. But he told the family he was going to make his own funeral arrangements, and so we all left, and he took care of things. And I guess it wasn't really a major surprise when we got to the funeral home, and they let us know that he had gone ahead and couldn't agree on a color because nothing they had was red enough.
Yeah.
So they actually shipped away his casket to an auto body shop to have it stripped and repainted fire engine red.
That's awesome. I love that.
He literally was red till the day he died. Took it to the grave, literally.
Oh, what was his name?
That's good. His name was Travis.
You know, if I had to pick a real color, it would be red. Like a really awesome, like our on-air red.
Oh, yeah,
I like
that's
that.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking to, they're like, we went through everything we had, and he's like, that's burgundy.
Yeah.
He's like, that's not red.
He's
It
got an
had
eye.
to be exactly fire engine red, and that's what he got.
If you're going to have control over one last thing in your life, it should be your casket color if you want it.
Well, yeah, and then it was also in his arrangements that everybody attending the funeral must wear red. So we had the entire church was red. Everybody there was red.
Was it?
Yeah, he went up with a bang. Was
it easier to go through that grieving process knowing that you were able to kind of get through his last couple of wishes, or did it make it tougher to let go because he had such a spirit?
I talk about this all the time. His story is really unique. He was diagnosed with cancer when he was 9 years old, lost his leg when he was 10. Went into remission, got it again when he was 12, went into remission, and then in 2012 they finally declared him cancer-free. Mm-hmm. Later that year, he ended up having a seizure, went in, and they found 14 tumors in his brain. So
my God.
It was totally different cancer the second time than the first time. It was just by chance. But
what a fighter.
There was 9 months of him being on hospice, and I wouldn't, as tough as it was, there was nothing left unsaid between us, and, we knew exactly what he wanted, and, a lot of people don't get the chance to say goodbye, and we got 9 months to say goodbye, so.
Trent, does something like this strengthen your faith, or does it weaken it going, like some people will go like, why a kid that did nothing wrong? Why is he being punished, or does it strengthen your faith in a different way?
It did because of him, because the moment he found out, he just looked at me and he's like, well, I wasn't supposed to make it to 12. I made it to 32. He goes, so
wow.
All this was bonus time. And that's honestly the way he looked at it. So
that kind of wisdom to be that young and to gone through that much. You know what I mean? There's people that are going to get in their 70s and their 80s that don't have that kind of wisdom.
Young patients, though, they talk like doctors, and it's weird to have a conversation with a kid that is ill like that because they are just so learned. But
to be that young and deal with your own mortality too, that's a higher brain power.
Yeah.
Well, and on a side note too, like I said, he was diagnosed when he was 9, and the doctors pretty much told us he wouldn't see 12. Told my dad, and they're like, you can take him home and let him die in the comfort of his own home, or take your chances with the chemo and hope for a miracle, but he won't see his 12th birthday.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And my brother looked at the doctor, and he's like, I might not see 32, but I'll see 12.
Okay.
And his whole life, he had that 32 in his mind.
Yeah.
He made the 32 in 14 days.
Oh, wow.
Wow. We hear stories like this.
I got chills.
That's not, right. I got the heebie-jeebies right now. For me, I have a strong faith. And for me, this is not like a coincidence. This is a faith thing,
Yeah.
Very, very cool story. I'm glad you shared with us, man. Thank you so much.